In the fall of 2023, I decided for the second time to attempt a thru-hike of the Appalachian Trail in its entirety from Georgia to Maine, 2,197.4 miles. I would start in Georgia in the beginning of 2024 at the beginning of February. This year, I would be raising awareness for osteoporosis, a sickness that I deal with every day and have to push through. But also my daughter, who passed 20 years ago this year, I would be attempting this thru-hike in her name, in her memory, and in her honor. Nothing would stop me. Starting in Georgia in the winter months proved to be a very beautiful proposition, as clear, cold nights provided great sunsets, sunrises in the morning, mild days, and absolutely beautiful views from many, many mountain summits. Tennessee and North Carolina would continue to be beautiful on a daily basis and a nightly basis. It seemed that I was in the flow of the trail, and everywhere I went, I seen epic majesty and beauty, and everything surrounded me was God-given as a gift. I was blessed to be able to be out here and hiking again this beautiful dream of a trail. And then I hit the snow. On the cold side of the mountain, where the sun does barely shine, and the ground crunches below, and the wind shivers my spine. The snow or ice never proved to be treacherous in any section. It just added to the beauty, the epicness, the majesty, and depth of every view. I did, however, have to skip past the last 30 miles of the Smokies and would come back after summiting Katahdin to complete the rest of that section.
A little bit of coffee in my veins is all I need to walk to Maine. A little bit of coffee in my veins is all I need to walk to Maine.
All right, boys and girls, everybody take your seats and let's get the day started. I'm Mr. Porky, and today we're going to learn about thru-hiking. Billy Bob, do you know how many miles the Appalachian Trail is?
Yo, Teach, can't we just go out and play?
Mr. Fortune, I gotta have a business meeting.
Mr. Fortune, can we turn the stove on, please? It's so cold.
Oh, Mr. Fortune, I know the answer. It's 2,197.48329743321 miles.
Nah. Sitting on a log and eating my lunch, sitting on a log and eating my lunch, sitting on a log and eating my lunch, 'cause there's no table here. With big miles and long stretches, hours and sometimes days at a time, around no one, sometimes I just had to entertain myself.
Take me down to the valley low. Take me down to the river. Take me down to the forest dark, where my soul quivers. I will climb the mountain high until I reach the sky, and walk where the eagle flies and bathe in the sunrise. Take me to the cascade flow. Take me to the place so low, where all the green grass grows and where the breezes flow. And I will climb the mountains high until I reach the sky, and I will walk where eagles fly and bathe in the sunrise. And I will climb the mountains high until I reach the sky, and I will walk where eagles fly and bathe in the sunrise. I'm feeling the chill as I climb another hill. Nothing's gonna stop me from reaching the top. I'll continue to grind, pressing forward all the time to the views that are so fine with this big bag of mine. And I'm not gonna stop till I reach the mountaintop. Till I reach the mountaintop.
A 0 day is a day in which you walk no miles. Although I do not take many of these days during the journey, sometimes it's just a necessity based on weather, based on physical, body needing healing or rest, or simply just to eat a whole lot of food in a town or hostel. I did take some of these days and I enjoyed every minute, every hour of it as I devoured calorie upon calorie to make up for the deficiency of calories from the 5,000 to 6,000 I burnt every day. One time on a 0, I sat down and wrote this parody song, my ode to a 0 day.
I'm on a 0, no miles hike today or tonight. Gonna get warm, I'm gonna get fed, sleep in a warm bed tonight. I'm on a 0, although the rest my body will fight. But a shower I'll take and eat some food that is baked, and tomorrow everything will be right. Everything will be right.
Through most of the journey, there was not much precipitation until I hit New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. It made up for some lost time, I'll tell you that. And those rocks get really slippery. But hey, it's part of the journey. No rain, no pain, no Maine. Sometimes you're going to be wet. You just got to suck it up and enjoy it. And that's what I did.
I hear the rain falling again, and I see the fall moving in, and I feel the cold biting my skin, how long will this end? But I know the sun will shine again, and I'll feel the warm, gentle wind. The birds will dance across the sky, and I'll stand on mountains high.
Come on, Drew.
This is not as easy as you might think it is. As I tried to fit myself in this little cave, but then also push the backpack forward, which is heavy, even though I ate all my food yesterday. Whew. I think I'll just sleep here tonight. Way down there's a hole. All right, almost out. The hardest part is pushing the backpack forward. If it was just me, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But it's not just me. My backpack has to go too. All right. All right, I'm out.
Yeah, there's no way I would have made this.
After an absolutely epic, beautiful trek through New Hampshire and Maine, I had finally arrived at the day that I had been looking for. Through some of the hardest and toughest but most beautiful terrain that this trail had to offer, here I was at the final day, the ascent to Mt Katahdin. Good morning. I'm at the camp. Have a mini shelter at the camp. 4 of us here. I'm the only one in the shelter because I couldn't set up my tent last night with the pain in my back. It's a little better right now only because I've been laying down all night, I think. Certain things I can't do. I can't grab things with my left hand. I can't bend down without spasming. Been trying to stretch it out all morning. I feel it keep popping like it's trying to pop back into place, but then pops right back out. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm drinking coffee and eating and as if I'm going up. I'm trying to figure it out because there's a lot of scrambling and technical stuff coming up Katahdin, and I need my body for that. If I can't even put a shoe on with my left hand, that might be a problem. So I'm trying to figure it out. See if I can push through because that's who I am, is I push through, but there's a difference between pain and mobility. I can't move my body right now in a lot of ways. So, got to figure this out, but we'll see. It's dark 30. Me and Rob walking here on the road, the 2-mile road that gets back to the trail. About 5:30 in the morning, good old dark 30. The back is hurting, but like Rob just said, I'm moving, so that's a good thing. Moving in pretty good track here on the flat ground. I don't think it's gonna be flat all the way to Katahdin, but we can hope. But you all know the story, and I'll talk more about it as the day progresses, but it has to get done. Katahdin has to get conquered today. Right now, 6 miles from the summit. Yeah, baby. Back in the forest. This far from Georgia, it's where it started. And the gateway is Tablelands, 3.7 miles. That's the beginning of the summit when it starts climbing outside of the bouldering. Back in the forest, 5.1 miles from the summit of Katahdin. Let's do this. Short burst of incline right now within the first mile on the trail. It's pretty gradual at first and start climbing a little bit more with the rocks. Just being very methodical about my steps right now. .1 to the summit. So that's the first mile. Just being very methodical. Trying to be as straight as I can, not twist or turn too much. There's going to be times when I'm bouldering and I won't have a choice. But for now, just try to keep it as straight as I can to make it as healthy and long lasting as I can. I'm managing the pain pretty good right now. Katahdin stream falls. Now that is beautiful. That's a nice waterfall. Just went up about 300 or 400 feet of rock stairs, and it looks like there's more to come. Still in the forest, probably another mile at least before above tree line. I'm guessing by then probably will have about 2,000 of gain in feet. Right now sitting about 750. It's getting warm. I have to take my layer off, base layer, but these stairs are nice. Much nicer than roots. So far so good. The back's hurting, but still managing pretty good. I don't know if you can see. There's Katahdin through all that. It's been a year of climbs on the trail and in life. This is just one more climb that has to be done. Pain or not, the climb has to be done, and it's gonna be done. Hoping I don't have to suffer too much on the way up though. So far, so good. About 4.5 miles in, and that's including the 2-mile road walk. So about 3 miles to go to the summit, 1,300 feet of elevation. It's about a total of 4,000 feet of elevation, so there's still about 2,700 more to go, and it's gonna come quick. There's some scrambling that happens for like 0.7 miles, and then I think 1,000 in the last mile as well. And then of course this is just a steady, somewhat steep incline on the rocks, which is much better than roots. I'm still doing pretty good. Just doing a lot of reflecting right now on the journey this year, and trying not to think too much about what's next. Tries to jump in my head a little bit here and there, but that's for a different day. Right now it's just climbing to the top of Katahdin, putting this in the bag and moving on. Getting quite emotional, trying not to be emotional. Can still have 3 miles left, and that will just make my body tighten up and be anxious and everything, make it a little worse. So just a lot of things in my mind about this journey this year. Every journey that I'm ever on, every chapter of my journey, I should say. But this one has some special things to it that we'll talk about here as the day progresses. But making good time so far. That will slow down at the scrambles, of course, but I'm happy with how I'm feeling, and I guess it doesn't matter because I'm pushing through regardless, but I'm feeling pretty good right now. With the pain that I had yesterday, it was debilitating, and I didn't, even as of like 3 in the morning, I didn't think I was going to be able to do it until I pep talked myself into saying, nope, you're doing it. You're going to give it your best effort. And if you can't do it, you can't do it, but you're going to try to do it. And when I try to do something, that means I'm going to do it. So I'm doing it. And also being, like I said, methodical and as careful as I can with these climbs to prolong the good feeling as long as I can. First beautiful view from an overlook on one of the many rocks that scrambling on almost above tree line. Dear Lord above, that's beautiful. The back is definitely feeling a little harsher now, but getting through it like a grandpa. Yeah, someday I'll be a grandpa maybe, so I might as well just practice being a grandpa. But that is some beautiful stuff right there. Finally reached above tree line. As you can see, this is gonna be fun. Put the poles away. Great views out there, but We'll get those views up top right now. It's just I need to get past like the next 0.7 miles of this stuff. Climbs up there, and then up there, and then somewhere else up there in the sky. That's the background. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Mama K, baby. This is some scrambling for sure that I have not done in the Whites or in Mahoosuc. This makes Mahoosuc Notch look like a playground. There's some tough ones here, especially when your back isn't exactly working right. But those views behind me, geez, quite awesome. That's Rob trying to figure out our next piece. We got this. We got this. Closer. Getting closer.
This
Yeah, 0.5 is a lot longer on the rocks, that's for sure. So 0.5 to something called the Gateway, which is the tablelands, I guess. So you basically just start walking. It's still at an incline, but it's more just walking and not scrambling. Even though that's kind of what it seems like right now. It's just kind of walking through these rocks. So I don't know. I think I gotta get up there before the Gateway portion of the day begins. It's definitely gotten a little easier so far, or right now I should say, compared to what it was. Definitely some good gusts of wind. The struggle is real, but the reward is finer. I think I can. Oh, I can't. The Gateway is 0.2 away, and the summit is 1.7. The Gateway is where the scrambles kind of go away, and you're just climbing up to the top of the summit. Absolutely beautiful views. Absolutely beautiful. We're doing it, baby. We're doing it. almost to the top here where the gateway starts. It becomes a different type of terrain. This is behind. That's above. Clouds are rolling in. They don't look too good. Hopefully it's not storm clouds or anything, and hopefully they race right back out as soon as they're coming in. Find out. Almost to the top, not really, almost a mile and a half to the top of the mountain. Just entered the gateway, and this is the tablelands. Clouds rolling in quick. Still see a little bit of views there, but rolling in quick. Look at me, I'm running. Doing good, man. This is Rob. I keep talking about it. Nobody's seen him yet. Pulled me up on one because I couldn't get a good grip. New name's Vito. It's been approved, huh? 2,192 miles it took him to get the trail name he wanted. He's called Vito because he kept saying no to every trail name that people offered up to him. So he is now Vito. It's next. 2 miles. Clouds roll in, get all dreary and dark and mysterious on us. So hopefully it doesn't rain because I threw my rain jacket out yesterday because I didn't think I would need it, 10 days of sunshine and all, but it's still beautiful and I'm still climbing but not scrambling, and this boy's happy he made it and didn't have to get a helicopter to come save his butt from all the spasms. A little over 20 years ago, the most beautiful little girl that ever lived, my daughter Christina, passed away suddenly and tragically. At the beginning of fall of last year, when I decided that I was going to come back and do the whole ET in its entirety from the beginning and not just the section that I was not able to finish last year at the end. I decided that I wanted to dedicate it to my daughter. I've always been a strong person because of the way I was raised. And a lot of this goes into detail in my book that I've written here in recent weeks and that will be out later this year, called The Birth of a Thru-Hiker. I've always been strong. I've seen strength like no other from my dad and the illnesses he fought and everything we had to go through growing up. I've seen the lion-hearted man that he was. So I had strength built into me from the time I was a child, but when my daughter passed and my world crashed in, followed by many, many other deaths very quickly and tragically, I learned to be strong in ways I never knew I could. And then when my health deteriorated several years ago, and I was not given good prognosis in many different ways, and climbing mountains and changing everything in my life and deciding to live life versus just dying and getting by in life, but live life to its fullest every day because you never know when it's going to go away. And I made that 180 It was the strength I learned from my daughter Christina, and what I had to do to climb that mountain the darkest of days that any parent should ever have to face. She is the reason I'm strong like I am. She is the reason that I fight and I climb and I push and never say die. 2 months of Lyme this year, and there was no way I was stopping. There was no way I wouldn't finish this trail for her and for me, but especially for her this year. I am the strong person I am in great part to my Christina. And I'm half a mile away from conquering this. For me and for her. Once again proving to myself, even with the spasms of my back yesterday that were debilitating and still hardcore today, many times on those climbs and pull-ups on the rocks. There is no quit. Thanks to what I've learned from the tramily. And when I say tramily, I mean the people that have put in my life during this thru-hike of life that I have. I love you all that you have supported me with your prayers, with your words, with your monetarily donations, in any way you supported me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I love you. I love you all, and I'm almost there.
Storms did come and the winds didn't blow. The pain set in and the enemy ruled. The hope is there, but the courage grew as I stood up strong. And then I pushed through. Here I stand on top of this mountain. I would not be denied. I would not run and hide. Here I stand on top of this mountain. It's my destiny to conquer and be free. Miles were long and the nights were cold. The sickness was harsh, but I did not fold, and nothing would stop this thing I had to do to rise up above all the things that life threw. And here I stand on top of this mountain. I would not be denied. No, I would not run and hide.
and Mt Katahdin, Maine's highest point, and the state of Maine, and the entire Appalachian Trail is in the bag.